No problem.
Oh, let's see if it's working, shall
Hopefully it will.
we? Well, it always helps if it does, don't it?
Yeah. So how been it?
Oh, let's see if it's working.
And your favourite bunch of idiots are back with their plans for 2025. Who the bloody hell thought it was a good idea to go up against the Gavin and Stacey documentary? I will never know. But here we are, live on YouTube. If anybody's watching us, what are you doing here? And thanks for watching or listening. So we just thought we'd come on here just to give a little bit of an update regarding our 2025 season and what we're planning to do. We are planning to do some more watch-alongs as we have been doing over the course of season 2024. We do hope to do some almost Gogglebox style reaction videos, which we will get a few more people involved in them because that would be like really cool. A team member that you may notice throughout the course of next season has slightly less duties with us in Alan. It has been decided upon feedback from you guys watching that uh, he will be restricted to the reactions videos, and the watch-alongs will mainly just be me and Mr. Dillon. And we do hope our first watch-along of the regular season will be the Ben Fund, but obviously when all the fixtures are out, I'm sure we'll be able to sort something out.
Winchester's
Then
messaged, says he's watching the better program. He's really
so
bargaining himself for the gig with us, isn't he?
well, that just shows us that he's watching Governor Stacey, doesn't it?
Who would be sat here watching us when Gavin and Stacey's on?
Exactly. But yeah, so that's currently our plans. We're still umming and ahhing about one this weekend with the Aussie titles. If we do go ahead with it, just check our socials. And yeah,
Now I have two burning questions, Farmer. First of all, on the thumbnail, why is the rider literally turned inside out?
because he's got a broken ankle, much like myself, and we have the ability to go forwards while in a position where it looks like we're going backwards.
I've just noticed his handlebars are inside out as well.
Yeah, the bike was put together with effort.
It's
The
typical
dog,
speedway, isn't it?
the dog did it.
Oh God. The second one, bit of team news that's come out today.
Yeah. So it's another new year for Plymouth fans as they've got a overhyped number one. I think that's a nice way of putting it. In Nikolai Clint, Mr. Dill, your thoughts on that?
It shows intent, but then they have obviously signed Jason Crump in the past and Bjarni Pedersen. I remember that year with those two. Nico Cavati was a signal of intent, and he did a meeting and that was about it. I hope it works out. I think Nikolai Clint will benefit from doing it. Obviously, had a really, really bad injury at the end of 2024 season, so the more bike time, the better, I think. But it's an interesting. It shows intent, but will it last the entire season? Plymouth fans will certainly hope so, because they haven't had the best of fortunes with number ones, have they?
No, they haven't. No, I like Nikolai, and he's a decent enough person, but is he a number one caliber rider? Probably in a walk at a weakened down championship.
Do you think he's the best number one in the championship, though, even with the stature that he is?
He's no Richard Lawson, is he?
Richard
I
Lawson,
mean,
Sam Masters.
I
If
don't
Josh
know.
Pickering was still around,
I think he's about the same sort of level as Sam Masters. And this is purely going by Premiership form more than anything. But Richard Lawson, head and shoulders above anybody in the championship.
as was Dougie on our thumbnail when he was racing up until the start of last season.
Yeah. Dougie, if you're watching, please think of a U-turn and come back.
Like the fella on the bike on here.
Yeah, yeah, exactly that.
I think it's got a bit of excitement around Plymouth in what was looking to be a very, very, in my opinion, below par team. I think they've got about 4 points left for the last rider as well. It's an interesting move.
To be fair, as weak as Plymouth look at the moment, if they get that seventh signing right, they could be formidable at home.
And that's a start, because they ain't had a lot of luck at home or away for the last 2 or 3 years, have they really? So just getting it right at home, win in front of your own fans, and see what happens on the road. But you need to impress your punters, don't you, at home?
I can't remember the last time Plymouth scored more than 30 around Scunny.
Which is good news for Scuddy.
But yeah, well, we do take the mick out of our Plymouth associate quite a lot, but if there is a team that does deserve a slight turnaround in look, it is Plymouth, because they seem to get all the crap every year, and and Ben Barker really.
Another thing we're looking at potentially doing, not just Premiership and Championship watch-alongs. Obviously there'll be some individuals, and also some National League and National Trophy stuff next season as well.
Yes, there will.
Obviously with Ryan, one of our sponsored riders, racing in both of them, it would be nice to be able to watch him race as well now. So it's just good to watch the up and coming most of them are up and coming British youth, aren't they?
I can't believe you're putting us through watching the Plymouth watch along in the National League.
Well,
I mean, I know we're glutton for punishment, but have we not suffered enough?
maybe we'll. Every track needs streaming, though, don't they? It makes our job easier.
Oh, 100%.
And most have got it now, but some like Kingsley and Ipswich still refuse
Bellevue.
Bellevue, yeah. Although they'll probably do the Craven, which we won't be able to cover because it's the same day as the Brummie's Press Day.
That might be a telly job then. But yeah, it's when all the fixtures come out, I'm sure we'll be able to provide a much more updated schedule.
And it's been a bit of a strange off season so far, hasn't it? We've sat and had discussions about what we were going to do on here. There's been ideas of changing things up, but eventually we settled on deciding to have another season of just Speedway before looking to expand.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the right call. We've probably when we had the idea of expanding it into including other sports, I don't think we realistically had that proper timeline
Mm.
to do it all in. So to give us another year of just doing this, and it gives us time to have a bit more of an in-depth think on how we can expand and improve.
And obviously BSM passes both brought ours now for next season, so everything's quite
Well, you've
well.
bought yours. I've still got one to buy.
Yeah, you've got your
Um,
championship one, haven't you? But
but the if you haven't got your BSM passes and you want one, early bird prices have been extended to the end of January. So get them while you can before they go up a tenner.
they are good value as well, aren't they? And obviously, if you need a speedway fix, there's the Aussie Championships uh, coming up over the next few weeks. The 1st of February, I think it is. You got the GB and USA thing, which potentially could be another watch along, although it'll be a late one. But it is just before the Royal Rumble, so might fit in nicely.
No, we can't do a double watch along.
Oh no, I won't be watching along to the Rumble. I'd never watch along to the Rumble. No way.
No. That might be something for a reactions thing when we expand the year after.
Yeah, yeah. But there may be a watch along to the GB USA Test match. It's a decent looking GB team so far with Dan Bewley, Tom Brennan, and Adam Ellis so far announced for the GB boys. Your American team pretty much picks itself, don't it? But it's nice to see that the GB boys are sending some solid riders out.
Telling you, Gino Manzara's 21 point maximum. Here we go.
And just elaborate on the goggle box style thing we're gonna do.
So, this idea really come from my auntie halfway through last season. Whereas obviously, a lot of our watch-alongs have just been us commentating on the action and providing you with almost like a radio service of a meeting. It was her idea to sort of like not necessarily include our faces on there because it's an absolute pain in the backside to do, but just to be more ourselves and just react to it, and the pre-warning now. There may be the odd explicit word or two in them kind of videos.
Especially if Alan's around and he's talking stupidness.
We may go, oh, bloody hell, he's binned it, or, words to that effect in a much louder way.
Everyone who watches us watches Speedway, so they'll know what it's like when somebody FC UK's up.
Well, it is when you have a crash, you as a Speedway fan, you immediately just shout, don't you?
Yeah.
You just shout, whoa!
Unless it's a big one, and then you immediately go quiet. Usually because you're in for a delay.
Yeah. If the Zane Kennedy's watching, thanks for that, pal.
You got to see an helicopter, didn't you?
Yeah, second time in about a month. But by God, you don't want that. No, the aeroplane makes it cold.
And let's be honest, not the warmest place as it is.
Baltic as it is.
But there will still be some occasional normal watch-alongs, and then we're gonna, we'll title it whether it's gonna be a watch-along or a reactions. It just adds a new dynamic, doesn't it? And it lets us get a couple of pals involved as well, and we can just sit and react and chinwag, which is essentially what this is, isn't it? We just chinwag with pals.
I mean, this is our life for 5 nights a week out of 7.
Yeah.
So we may as well share it with the world. You've got nothing to hide.
Well, apart from Alan. by popular request.
Well, yeah.
But
So
he'll still be
soz about
involved.
him.
He'll be involved in some way, just not necessarily doing commentary.
He's our emotional support.
We're still doing our bit for community service.
Yeah. So Glasgow County Council, we will happily take payment. Cash is preferred, but bank transfer will do.
But there is an interest on top of that, so that we get the full amount and we don't get taxed.
Exactly.
Yeah, hopefully the Ben Fund, potentially the Aussie meeting on Sunday morning. We ain't decided yet. I think that'll be one that'll probably be quite last minute, but it's really early anyway, and so I don't think we'll get many live viewers. But it'll just be a good chance for
No.
us to scrub up again before the season, because now New Year's out of the way, the season will be here in no time.
I think I read somewhere, I think it was a Brummies post. You've got, was it 83 days or something like that before your first one?
Jesus, I didn't know that. I've tried to shut off
I
from Speedway.
I just know my well, my first one's like quite a few weeks on a.
Yeah, yours is middle of
Is it a,
April, isn't it?
is it a well, I've got Dougie's testimonial,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then we've got. Well, I think I'm gonna do the pairs and the CLRC that weekend.
Hmm.
Maybe a stopover at Callum's that, but we'll see what happens.
But as far as Scunny goes, it's championship usually starts a few weeks after the top league, don't it?
Yeah. And if you're Plymouth or Berwick, finish by the start of August.
Yeah, possibly. But it is nice to have a switch off from Speedway. I think we have now that Christmas and all that's gone, and the New Year's in. It's now the countdown, isn't it? It's like before December the
Yeah.
31st, you're forgetting Speedway, and January 1st, it's like, oh come on, nothing
It,
to do now for
it's
3 months.
it's back in the back of your mind, innit? So
Yeah.
but yeah, other than that, don't really think we've got anything else to update on, have we?
No, I think it's quite. No, I think that's probably about it. You've just about got some dignity back after your singing.
Yeah. Um,
Was that a
for next
drunken
year,
mistake?
for next year I am taking applications for people that want to go singing with Alan, so I don't have to do it.
Oh god, that might be one of our highest drawing videos.
That won't be a Shoot Some Shale exclusive. You'll have to sort your own YouTube out to do that. And obviously, not with Alan. We'll put him up for adoption for the night, whatever.
Or if you pay enough, you can have him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's about it. We're gonna try and do some other things this year, not just stuff like this. You know, maybe some track food reviews or
Yeah.
vlogs. Maybe something fun to do. I know,
I think,
obviously, that'll probably be a bit easier for you. Like, obviously, at Brum, I'm quite busy, but if we go to an away track or anything like that, or we do a Scunny trip or something, we'll be able to do something like that.
yeah, 100%.
Food reviews is obviously your thing.
We may do a couple more fan chinwags like we had the other week.
Yeah, there was a plan to do another one before Christmas, but I got took down with every bug that's been going, and being as I'm the one that does the stream for this stuff, I sort of have to be around.
That is correct.
Which is why I stayed very in the background for your Christmas sing-along, because I have dignity to keep.
For now.
Yeah. But yeah, there will be some new stuff. Maybe Palmer and his beer reviews or something and stuff. Try and visit a few more tracks. Try and speak to a few more people and get a few more faces, people onto the channel and have a chat and try and turn it into a little bit of a community, maybe.
Yeah, we've certainly got some ideas in the pipelines. So yeah.
think that
roll on March.
pretty much wraps us up for today. You're watching the first round of the Aussie Championship tomorrow, and then we'll probably make a decision off that whether we do Sundays. There's a possibility, but it's an early start, isn't it?
It's an early start. I mean, I'll probably be watching it anyway. So, yeah. If we're up and not too drunken from the weekend, then possibly, who knows?
We'll put something out, but I don't think we'll get a lot of viewers whether we do or we don't. But it might be just good for us to get back into it again.
Yeah, 100%.
T-shirt coming this year.
Just in time for Christmas.
It'll be designed in August, ready to go for the end of Plymouth season.
Yes.
I think that just about covers us for tonight.
I think it does, to be fair. I can't think of anything else we really need to add to that.
Now it's time for us to go and carry on snacking on Christmas stuff and getting even more fat and ruining New Year's resolutions.
Already. And I was meant to have been going to a gym if I could walk.
You have an reason.
Excuse is probably the right word.
Yeah, it's true.
But no, that's it from us today. Happy New Year to you all. I hope it's not crap to you. And will we see you Sunday? Who knows? Keep an eye out on the Facebook page of D&D Media.